Welcome to Uriah Heep, the Magician's Podcast. I'll be covering every studio song the band has recorded and every bonus track that I can find. Each week we'll go over a new song from the beginning to where they are currently, and as they keep adding albums, I'll keep adding shows. Let the deep dive party begin.
In the magic garden, some were singing, some were dancing.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Uriah Heep, the Magician's Podcast. I am your host, and I have another song for you today from Sonic Origami. We've had a couple songs recently that were a little more gentle and flowing in that, but we are going to put this thing back into rock and roll today. Got a really energetic one for you today called Everything in Life, and here it is. Wow, Lee Kerslake is just killing it with that opening fill and this one going into the transition. But what I'm really curious about is what I'm actually hearing here, because I'm going to guess it's both Mick and Phil playing together. There's a bit of flange over the top of it all, but it sounds really good. I'm just not sure if there's a second guitar track in there or not. There may be, but in any case, Phil and Mick are just playing so tightly together. Sounds fantastic. And I love just the touch of effect there. It really gives it a different feel.
It doesn't matter what you say, the cards are in your favor. You don't need no magic ride to take you far away. Just give it a silent thought, and you will find the power. 'Cause everything in life will tell you something. Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of Too Scared to Run, I think, musically. Vocally, though, very powerful. Bertie is back at full force in this one. You know, he's really played well on these songs. You know, when he's needed to be gentle, he's really backed off. There's times when he still pushes that level of energy a little bit, and it sounds great. Here, he's just back in, you know, the normal type of rock and roll voice that we're used to hearing from him. Bass is, again, really active on this one. I like it. Lee's playing some really cool stuff. Yeah, this is a good one.
Everything in life can set you free. Can you remember a distant dream that holds your real attention? You don't need a preacher's word to know what's going on. The secret is all aboard the wings of your perception. 'Cause everything in life will tell you something. Yeah.
Yeah, that last transition going into this part was also very reminiscent of Too Scared to Run. And I think what it is in part is that it's a similar style song, you know, where the chords change, but also the drums. The drum is a very similar pattern. So that's probably why it's coming back to me so quickly to refer to that song. But this one's nice. You know, it's very powerful. It's been great listening to the creativity of the band, being able to do these other songs, being really versatile. But it's also great when a rock and roll band just gets back to doing rock and roll. And that is what we have here. And I am digging it.
Everything in life can set you free. Stand and fight your troubled mind.
That was a really nice transition there. Again, back to a little bit of flange on that, but it sounded really good.
Wait no longer. See the power in your life.
These guys are playing so tight together on this. It's almost like they're just sharing one mind. They're that close together. And I love the bass on this. There's some really nice stuff coming in on some higher notes on the bass. And that's not too uncommon for Heep, but they just really cut through really well on this. And for some reason, it really feels like the low end does not suffer from not having the low bass in there. When he's going up into the upper octaves and we're leaving that low, rich bodied tone, it for some reason it just works. And I don't know if Phil might be covering that too, maybe putting in a little bit of low end on the keys that kind of help that from feeling like it's missing in the EQ. I'm not sure exactly how they're covering it, but either way, it really works well. And then of course we've got, another classic solo from Mick, great feeling to it, good energy. And what more could you ask for?
Disbelievers come on strong, lost in self-importance. They don't know an average man can see this mystery. Jump into the twilight world and gather your awareness. 'Cause everything in life will tell you something. Yeah, everything in life can set you free. 'Cause everything in life will tell you something. Yeah, everything in life can set you free. 'Cause everything in life.
There's some really great organ playing in the background from Phil. Nice runs across the board as well. Very, very cool. Adds just so much to the song for me. And it's subtle, but it's there, and it just, it gives you another thing to check out. And I like that. I also like in those little transitions there, the way that they keep bringing back the flange just for that section sounds really good. Again, throws the sound off a little bit, but I don't feel like it's throwing me off enough to take me out of the song. Like I can just roll with it. And that is, it's a combination of great performance and great mixing.
Will tell you something. Yeah, everything in life can set you free.
Okay, a few episodes back, I talked about what a China cymbal sounds like. That swishy sound that we heard at the very end there, that is a China cymbal. I love the ending. I was thinking that when they hit that part in the beginning, or when they hit it the first time, I should say, I was thinking, I wonder if they're going to pull that back and make the song end with that kind of, bump, bump, bada, bump, bump type ending. And they did, and it worked really, really well. This is a great song. It's got great energy. It's a little over 3 minutes, so it's not an epic song. It's just get in, get pumped up, and before you know it, it's over. And that is, to me, that's one of those signs of a good song. Whenever it doesn't feel like it's the length that it actually is, then, that means that the time passed very fast while you were listening to it, and you must really enjoy it then. So great job. Another wonderful Uriah Heep song, getting back on the energy on this album, and we'll see where it goes next. We will be back for another show. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Uriah Heep, the Magicians Podcast. If you have enjoyed this show, please consider going over to Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast outlet, leaving a rating or a review. Be sure to subscribe to make sure that you are notified when new episodes are available. Please be sure to share this podcast with your fellow Uriah Heep enthusiasts and anyone who you think would like Uriah Heep, which should be everyone. And if you are so inclined, please feel free to contribute to the Patreon account. And if you are not a Patreon subscriber, you can also pay through the PayPal link on the website listed in the show links below. I would also like to thank Uriah Heep for their very generous support of the show. And thank you guys for listening. We'll see you in the next episode. Happy days!